It's one of those things where it's like, I don't really talk too much about the Mississippi Gulf Coast on
Mm,
the show. It's
mm,
usually me just asking people, but like you
mm.
can tell people about your experience in the Mississippi Gulf Coast and all that stuff
Yeah,
briefly. But I want to go into the questions that people want to know about you,
yeah,
right? Like when you've got these people follow you, I want to go directly into the heat of like your videos.
yeah,
Okay. So once they go to your page, you can explain how we know each other, all that
yeah,
stuff. I'm throwing y'all right into like why I brought Trevor Norris on here. I'm a huge fan of Trevor's videos. I have been for like
yeah,
years on end.
yeah.
So I've been like one of your loyal.
Oh, definitely. I
Exactly.
was like, I've been in the family forever. Your dad
Yes.
did my teeth, so
And we're gonna talk about
it's a
that too.
long, long, long time ago. So,
But I want to go right into my top 5 favorite
Go ahead.
Trevor Norris Hall of Fame videos that I put together. So I'm gonna start from there. Okay. My favorite is by I'm already laughing is the Axe body spray. I don't know why. When I see that video, I get taken back to when I was a kid in the St. Stanislaus locker room.
Yeah.
I used to abuse that shit. Tell me about the Axe spray from your point of view.
I see. I had all that stuff because I played sports. So like, you just go in the locker room and when you're a kid and you just sweating,
Yes.
and it's like, okay, you in middle school, you don't have a time to take a shower, and you got you got recess or gym at the first period, and you got the rest of the day. I'm like, okay, we all stink, but we all can't take a shower. And like, we
Tell
10
me,
years old.
you were abusing the shit out of that too, though. Like,
I know better now because
yes.
you get in there and get sick because it's not just you, it's everybody in there using
Oh my
Axe
God.
at the same time, different or not taking a shower, just on sweating. And it's like,
Dude.
okay, I don't know how these teachers survived back then.
I saw they were like in your comments too. Like Axe actually
Yeah.
reached out to you and whatnot. Like, what happened to Axe? Are they still around?
Axe. So even speaking of the FIFA World Cup,
Yeah.
Axe is a sponsor of them, so it was just funny that they just happen to be still relevant. They're a partner and sponsor. I'm like, that's crazy that they're still huge.
Yes.
They're not into motocross or anything else. But I was searching and I was like, oh, and they ended up reaching out to me, asking me could I remake the same video, but they had like a new formula of the way that they made the bottle, so you don't overspray now.
Oh, I
Because
see.
back in the day, you used to just spray and just because they had
Now it cut you off.
the pitch to chest to you, but it's more like it's a more subtle spray. So you gotta we know not to overspray with this.
So they
But
put a limit on the Axe bottle now. I didn't even know that they put a child lock on the Axe
it's
bottle.
not a child lock, but it doesn't just come out all at once. Like it's a more subtle, like you're not overspraying type thing formula. And I was like, that's great. Like it just happened to work out to where that was. I didn't even know. I just was like, I want to remake this. I want to make this video.
That was the first one that I ended up sending to like. I mean, I must send that to everybody, like, because I just remember all my high school friends, like, we would throw those things around,
And that's funny because I mean, I just made that this
I know.
year, and
I sent that to everybody. Yeah.
I've made that this year.
The other one, okay, this is another one that hit back like way back. The Brooke Hogan cut, bro. That shit. I must have rewatched that like 100 times when you were like leaving the room and then you turn around. You're like,
Bro, I love just doing throwback stuff.
yes.
I don't even. It's just based. I just hope people like it because that's stuff I did in my real life.
Yes.
And I ended up working with her husband. I was gonna do something with Brooke, but it was just a process, and then I ended up doing something with her husband.
Shut the fuck up.
And he was a professional NHL player.
Oh,
So
wow.
we ended up doing like a pros versus Joes type thing when I was just starting out trying to switch over to sports. So it just happened to work out like that. So I've talked to them a couple times since then because it's like 10, 15 million
Still
views.
going.
It ain't even like something subtle like, and I posted that 2-3 years ago. So it's like it's still blowing up. It's crazy how when you try to make evergreen content of stuff that you relate to, how many people can relate to it, and they don't even see it right away. They'll see it 2 years later, and it's like, oh dang, y'all commenting on stuff that like you don't see I made this 2 years ago.
You know what's even crazy is the fact that like the way content moves like that for you specifically, like you find these little moments that like we all kind of relate to in some which way. Like for you, like was this like your dad or your mom was like pretty good with being like, hey, you remember this or like
No, so I try since I started making videos a long time ago, and like right when Vine was popping off.
yeah
2013, 2012, 2013. That's when I wanted to start making videos, but I could not ever figure out how to make them funny. So like, but throughout that process, that's when I was like, I want to make videos. Like this is cool. Like I went to graphic design, so I learned the story making process. But with that, there was also a switch on the internet to where the content creators, they were split to like, okay, I'm gonna be a comedian,
right
or I'm going, but then the comedians, I was like, they just get canceled or they'll be compared with each other all the time. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I would rather make stuff relatable, and if people relate to it, it'll forever be an evergreen thing. So that's why I try to make it time period specific. I try to make it always relatable to where it can reach little kids to the oldest of old people. So like I'll go to parties and stuff like that, and this it'd be somebody's grandma that's, oh my God, I watched that video from 6 years ago. Like I'm like, that's funny because I never would even know you saw it, but until I see you in person.
I put the infamous Mardi Gras story one up, and I mean, dude, like when I was in New York, I had somebody be like, hey, like I've seen this video like 1,000 times, something like that, and they would be going to Mardi Gras, and like your face would pop up. I'm like, bro, like I'm not gonna lie to you, me and him, I've been knowing him for years. Yeah. Like it's crazy, like that video in itself, because you've become for New Orleans almost like a figure or like a face for like that season.
Well, especially Mardi Gras,
I feel like you took over.
Mardi Gras season is my time to grind. So I try to work. I don't do a lot of stuff in New Orleans based, but when they clear out, when it's Mardi Gras time for that whole, I'm just like, all the businesses, they reach out to me. So I try to keep it, since I'm from the coast and then I live in New Orleans. I try to mix them both in because they'll be arguing like, why don't you include us? Or even Mobile, they'll always get. I'm not even talking about Mobile. Like y'all just want to get in an argument. Like this didn't say a state or anything, but it's like Mobile always wants to argue.
They always want to get in.
So
like
I can always count on them to jump in and help the video blow up, which is always great.
Have you ever been to a Mobile Mardi Gras? Like,
no, I haven't. But I mean,
I know they reached out to you because that video you made, you were like, Mobile's like, yeah, we're Mardi Gras. You're like, what the fuck? Like,
but I've seen that because they're always the same videos. They blow up every year, and I'll try to remake them with a different it'll be the same idea, but it'll be just the same idea with a better quality camera, so that people can still share it and get the point across, and Mobile still be in the background because I'm sure Mobile, they live for that moment, for Mardi Gras. Like they don't get too much publicity, but when Mardi Gras comes around, that's when they come to shine.
They got their own little lore to them. But tell me this though, because I feel like a lot of people are gonna get roughed up with this one. But like for you personally, being the fact that you are now a face of Mardi Gras in New Orleans, do you enjoy the Mardi Gras better on the coast?
It's not even that I enjoy it better.
Just say it.
No,
you do.
No, because it's two different things. Because New Orleans. I don't really do a lot of stuff New Orleans Mardi Gras because my friends live down. I don't go out to where they be topless and all type of stuff. They live in a more neighborhoody type area, so I usually stay there. So, but the New Orleans versus Mississippi, I can't ever miss Mississippi because that's my family. Like it's more family oriented. I can go out there and just not know anybody and see 40 people that I haven't seen since last year, and it's like it's always more family oriented. I'd rather go to smaller ones like that. New Orleans, the whole world comes out for that, so it gets overcrowded sometimes, and I'm like, I don't.
Imagine people try to hit you on purpose now with beads just because of that video. Like, hey, let's get Trevor with the beads.
The problem in New Orleans, they have to wear masks, so you don't never.
Yeah, it's true.
You don't know who's on the. you can't say, hey, I'm like, it's like you don't even know who's on the float. It's like,
yeah, it's true. You know, another one of your videos that actually, and once again, when we refer to all these videos, what I'm gonna do is, and as long as I get your okay, I'm gonna take your clips and play them, and then I'm gonna chop them in with our response to them. The Lil Wayne video where you go get the free Lil Wayne, and the amount of kids in my class that went and got that shit. Tell people, for they don't know, because we're from this area, the grip Lil Wayne had on our community. Like, not even joking, when we were kids.
So Lil Wayne, I mean, every song Lil Wayne had, you even go to New Orleans nowadays, and Lil Wayne plays every day. You can, even his mixtapes, which are huge, and they weren't popular. I mean, they may have been popular worldwide. I wouldn't know because I grew up where he was from, so it's like, we live, sleep, eat, and breathe Lil Wayne.
If you literally like you had another one where you were on LimeWire, and like that, I lived on LimeWire.
Yeah,
stupid stuff that he was doing, like stuff that was like crackly. I'd be like, I downloaded that. You're like, why? Why did I download Lil Wayne? Him talking
just
about
everything, every Lil Wayne song, every mixtape,
it was getting crazy.
Every feature.
How'd you feel, or just in general? When Lil Wayne wasn't invited to actually perform at that Super Bowl.
So like I've seen Lil Wayne perform.
Yeah.
Him versus Kendrick, I wouldn't have rather see either of them. But I've seen, I mean, but Kendrick had a bigger year that year, so I can understand. Lil Wayne in New Orleans, I didn't even get to the Super Bowl, so like it probably wouldn't have been the same experience for the people that actually can afford or get invited to go to the Super Bowl as it would be for a Kendrick, which is a more upper echelon, proper artist than Lil Wayne. So like Lil Wayne, you can see him anytime in New Orleans. He has his little Louisiana festival. So like if you want to see a Lil Wayne New Orleans based concert, that's the place to go. And like you wouldn't want to see him for 10 minutes. You want to see him. You don't want to see him sing 3 songs. You want to see him all 40 songs.
That is true.